Meghan Patrick, so happy to have you on Pure Country.
Great to see you, as always.
You too. It is the year of, I can't use all the language, but it is the year of Meghan Patrick. We'll use that off camera. And it seriously is like when you dubbed that, did you realize like you were manifesting, obviously, you were like, this is the year, but did you think that you would be where you are so early on in the year and have accomplished all these things already?
I think like I kind of, I mean, yes and no, I guess is the answer because I think I got a little less focused on like really like specific, like meeting really specific like milestones or goals or whatever, and just kind of like changing my energy and just my approach to things and just it's I mean it's an industry where it can be really difficult to like manage expectations, remain positive but not like set goals that if you don't meet them then you feel like you failed, but you know what I mean. And I don't know, I think I just started anytime I would have this like big dream, I used to think, well, I need to get that out of my head because, if it doesn't happen, then I'm going to be disappointed or that's just not realistic. And then I just started thinking, well, like, you know what? Why not me? Why not me as opposed to anyone else? And I don't know. I guess it's working because this year has been like already just so incredible in every way. So
Well, I'm so happy for you because I don't know if you realize this, but you were my very first interview that I ever did.
ever? I didn't
Ever,
know that. That's so funny.
ever. Back when we went axe throwing, that was my first
Oh,
ever interview. And it has been so crazy cool to watch your career and just see where you are right now. I feel like you are as like much as you have this wild woman energy about you, I feel like there's a calm about where you are at in your career right now in the best way. And I feel like it's so amazing to see that, where I just feel I can see it in your socials and in your music of like how for sure you are in the path that you're on.
yeah, I'm glad that you see that because I feel that definitely. I mean, I really am in such a great place. The last 2 years were incredibly challenging for a long list of reasons. I mean, obviously COVID kind of messed up everyone's plans. So, that wasn't specific to me, but it did really impact the other things that were going on, for me. And I had a lot of changeover in my team, leaving Warner and getting new management. And yeah, it was also like there was a period of time during that transition where I just really felt very alone. Like I mean, I felt I still had, my husband and friends and family and stuff, but like within my career, I felt very alone because I knew that I didn't have the right pieces in place to do what I wanted to do. And it wasn't that people didn't love me or they didn't believe in my ability to succeed, but I don't think anybody really knew how to do that or what to do with me or anything, or they just weren't ready to be as brave about it as I was. And then, but I think it was in hindsight that was like really important, and it was a catalyst for that change within me to gain my confidence to where I stopped looking for validation from other people. I stopped chasing what other people thought I should be or who they thought I was or what I needed to do to like, get my career back in swing, and like after feeling like I'd lost everything, and I just started doing what I wanted to do. And I think that really it resulted in great things creatively and some of the best songs I've ever written. And it changed my energy and the way people perceived me. And I'm a big believer in like what you put out into the universe is what you get back. And that's when all these pieces started coming into place with my new management and now being over just at Riser and making that change. And now I really do finally have all the pieces in place, and I'm getting to sit back and watch what happens when you have a well-oiled machine of people that are all on the same page. So
Well, I have seen the hours and years and time in, not even all of it. I've just seen a portion of it that you put in. So it is so well deserved, girl, that you have, like a group of people around you that are, pushing you up to champion you being exactly who you are.
yes,
And
it's
that is a huge win. Huge win.
huge win.
Okay, so now we segue into probably one of the greatest shows on earth that you have ever played, pun intended. at the Grand Ol Opry. So one, we're going to start with how did you find out you were going to make your Opry debut? Because that is, for anyone watching, one of the coolest moments for any artist in country music.
I was shooting a music video for hours, and my director Ford, I was like, I just finished hair and makeup. They sat me down, had the lights on and everything, and I'm thinking we're about to start shooting. And then Ford goes, "Oh, that's weird. Like, why is Terry Clark FaceTiming me?" And I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "You know Terry Clark? That's so weird." I'm like, "That's like one of my besties." And so like I jump up on the phone and I'm like, "Hey Terry, sorry, we're kind of busy. We're like filming a music video here. Like, no idea." And she's just like, "Oh, sorry. Well, I just wanted to chat with you and see if you were free April 11th." And I'm still having no idea what's going on. I'm not clued into the fact that everyone all of a sudden is looking at me and like filming me and like in the room. And I'm like, I look at my manager and I'm like, what? I was like, I don't know, am I free April 11th? Just totally clueless. And then she goes, "Well, I know what you're going to be doing. You're going to be making your debut at the Opry." And I just like waterworks immediately, like just burst into tears. I look over at my makeup artist, Callie. I'm like, "I'm sorry, Callie."
You're like, redo.
Yeah. And she's like, "It's okay." She's like, I was prepared. I knew this was gonna happen." And yeah, it was really special. I mean, that Terry is a good friend and has really been like a mentor to me and has just been always so inspiring to me, the career that she's built for herself, not only in Canada, but coming into the US, coming to Nashville and making her mark here too. And that's what I'm trying to do. And so I really look up to her. So it felt very special and very like full circle for her to be that person.
Oh, for sure. So cool. Okay, then how do you pick this? But was there a moment during your Grand Ol Opry debut that, you sit there and have this flashback to that night that sticks out the most to you as that like first flash that you see?
Um, I probably like after I finished playing, I mean, we got a standing ovation for after the last song, and I went to the side of the stage to do this little quick interview with Bill Cody, and I was just like, I think that's when it really hit because I was so focused on trying to be just in the zone because I wanted to kill it. I was like, you cannot treat this. I know this isn't like any other show, but you have to treat it like this for the sake of just walking out there, keeping it together
Yeah.
and putting on the performance that you can give them if you keep your nerves in check, because I don't normally get nervous for shows, but this is the Opry.
That's a different one.
Yeah. And then I finished playing and I saw everybody like cheering and like standing up, and I think it just like really hit me. And then I got like it was very like cathartic, like all of a sudden all of these like feelings I'd had like pent up just start coming out, and then they surprised me with the gold record, and I couldn't keep it together. I just completely lost it because I did pretty good. My voice was a little shaky when I first walked out and started talking, but I was like, I'm not gonna cry because if it starts then you can't, it's hard to stop.
Yeah.
And and then, but yeah, when they brought out the gold record, because it was just also really special because Jordan, who is one of the co-writers and also my manager's husband, was standing right there backstage when they did it. And Michael, the other co-writer, was out in the crowd watching. And it's the first song I ever wrote about Mitchell. And because of that right, Jordan and Michael became like my brothers. I mean, they were in my wedding. So it was just such a like perfect moment. It's gonna be hard to beat for
Ah,
sure.
so cool. It's been amazing getting to watch all like the videos you've been posting and pictures. I wish I could have been there, but you looked amazing and you sounded amazing,
I,
girl.
it won't be the last time I get to play there. So hopefully,
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm coming to the next one. Okay.
perfect.
Then we have to talk about before we go, because I feel like I have a million things to catch up on with you, but new EP coming out, which no big deal. You just got to like announce on the Grand Ol Opry stage. So Greatest Show on Dirt, which is such a cool song. It's like, takes me into like an old Western movie. I feel like it's
I
so
literally told the
cool.
band when I went to the studio, I was like, I want like dreamy country western John Mayer.
You did it.
And they nailed
You
it.
crushed it. You nailed it.
Yeah.
How cool is it to now be in this part of your career, feeling the way you're feeling, making your Grand Ol Opry debut, and putting out a body of work like this one?
Well, it feels like this moment of just like joy and happiness that matches the feeling of like defeat and depression that I felt over the last couple of years. It was like really, really rough for a minute there, and then it's this moment, and that's it's one of those things. It's like, I know it's going to get hard again, and there's going to be more challenges, and there's going to be more roadblocks, but nights like that and moments like this whole past week and everything that has happened for me, and even just these past couple months, I'm going to like feed off of that for a long time, and I'm going to use it to fuel me and inspire me, and remember that like on the other side of every challenge, there's always like a sweet moment like that that's always coming. It's highs and lows, and just trying to remember that and use it to stay like, enjoy the moment, take the happiness and the success and the all the feelings that come with it when you have them, and then use that to get you through the next the next bump, you know.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, they say when you do hit that point in your life where you feel low, it really does prepare you for some of the greatest highs in your life. And you are,
Character building,
yeah,
makes
for
you a
sure.
better person, and it's you need to get checked on that sometimes in this industry. So
Well, I can't wait to talk to you at the end of this year so we can like recap all the crazy stuff
absolutely,
that has happened to you.
might need
Um,
a bottle of wine for that.
we do. We also just need to have a bottle. I need like three bottles of wine
I
very
bet you
soon.
do.
If we can arrange that in like the next couple of days, that would be great.
Perfect, absolutely.
Girl, so good to talk to you. Everyone, go check out Meghan Patrick's new EP, Greatest Show on Dirt. Thank you for hanging out with me on Pure Country.
Anytime.